Welcome back to the Grand Solar Minimum channel. Today is Thursday, December 12th, 2019. Let's take a look at our space weather, shall we? Today, our solar wind speeds are sitting at a 385.9. Lately here, the solar wind speeds have stayed around the upper 300s, and it'll continue to do so today. So 385.7 kilometers per second, I should say, with a density of 2.2. Taking a look at our star right now, we are no sunspots once again. 29 days in a row, 266 days this year without sunspots. We are 3 away from breaking the record, 2 from tying it, and that was back in the last minimum that we had. That was also recorded as one of the deepest minimums we've had in over the last 150 years. Let's take a look at the SDO in motion here. That coronal hole that we were talking about last night, making a little bit closer approach now, Earth facing. Pretty decent sized coronal hole. Looking at it now, I'm not so sure if we're going to be able to see a G1 out of this, but we could see seismic activity increase, and also looking at solar wind speeds approximately around the 550 kilometers per second mark, if all works out. But other than that, guys, we have nothing to talk about when it comes to sunspots. TCIs remain unchanged at 3.11. The KP indices are at a 1, and the 24-hour max is at a 2. And if you notice down at the bottom, the cosmic ray dosage has dropped just a little bit. So we went from one extreme to the next. We were at 8.5, and then all of a sudden we shot up to 10.7%. Now we're sitting at 8.7 with a 7-day change of 2.4%. So back and forth each week, some wild swings here on cosmic ray dosage here in our atmosphere. All right, let's go ahead and go over to thegrandsolarminimum.com, where we can check out our star again. Like last night, nothing major on the horizon, no bright active regions, no indications of a sunspot in sight. So is it possible that, shall we say, we could see 0 sunspots from here moving forward? It is possible. It is possible. All right, let's go ahead and get checking out some of the weather here across the pond. Our friends in the UK, of course. And we'll go ahead and read off what the forecast is going to be out there. The first, today, cloudy, rain over Northern Ireland, Wales, and southwest England, spreading into most of other regions. Still snow likely for parts of Scotland and northern England. Northern Scotland will have sunshine, becoming windy with gales in parts of the southwest later today. And then later tonight, rain with snow on some of the northern hills, continuing to move northeast. Clear spells and showers following some heavy with hail in the southwest, where gales are likely severe on the coast. So brace yourselves over there, folks. About to get some pretty gnarly weather over there. Friday, rain in the northeast with sunny intervals and occasional showers elsewhere, becoming cloudier with rain into the southwest later, along with renewed strong winds and coastal gales once again. So windy, chilly, and rainy over the next several days, as the European models are showing us storm after storm after storm over here in England. So Ireland, Scotland, Wales, guys, we will continue to monitor the situation, and let's see if we have any flood warnings. A little bit. 33 flood alerts, 4 of them are flood warnings, and 0 severe flood warnings. So I do expect these numbers to increase over the next several days as we have our fair share of moisture moving across the United Kingdom. All right, let's jump over here to the U.S. and check out our live radar here and find out what we're doing weather-wise. And pretty quiet for the most part. We do have some snow showers in Minnesota and Wisconsin, parts of northern Michigan as well, and Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, and small part of Utah and Colorado as well. Washington, Oregon, rain, snow mix, and of course up in Northern California we have rain showers to speak of at this moment. Taking a look at our frost line, well, yesterday it was everybody in the United States except for Florida and Hawaii. We're sitting with freezing temperatures, frost freeze. That line has moved back just a little bit, but not a lot. And still a lot of states are affected with freezing temperatures as we continue to move forward with this week. Here's a current look at our wind chills right now, and that colder air is starting to take a little bit more of a hold in the northern plains, the Great Lakes, and in the northeast. single-digit wind chills here in the Northeast where we are. And the rest of the country is still pretty cold, 20s and 30s across most of the United States. Even the deep south is feeling the chill. 33-degree wind chill in southern Texas. So everybody is definitely feel this. Here's a look at what we could expect for our weather today across the United States. The Northwest, lots of frozen precip, heavy snow, icing possible, showers on the coast of Washington and Oregon. Northern California also in the mix. And then we have some pretty intense stuff happening here in the south, thunderstorms, showers, and then we also have the chance for freezing rain for parts of Virginia, North Carolina, eastern Tennessee, and Kentucky, while the far northern tip of Maine will get some snow and ice. And then here we go, and tomorrow, Friday the 13th, northwest snow, northeast snow, and midwest snow. So everybody getting a little bit of snow. The south will stay in the rainy side of things. The Ohio Valley will get frozen precip, and we could see more freezing rain in Virginia, North Carolina, now stretching up into Pennsylvania and parts of upstate New York as well. This is on Friday. And then Saturday, wow, look at this. The majority of the country on Saturday, December 14th, is going to see some kind of frozen shape of precipitation. Surprisingly, the North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, for the most part, is going to stay bone dry at this point. The rest of the United States across the Midwest, the Northeast, and the midsection is going to receive snow or freezing rain. Some form of moisture will be falling, though, for the majority of the country on Saturday. So we will keep our eyes on that. And then the map here for the snowfall over the next 5 days. Things are about to get messy again across the United States. We've had a few days off. Even with the rain and the mild temperatures here in the Northeast, we did experience some snow melt, but not enough to take it all away. I was kind of surprised. We had 2 days in the upper 40s with rain, and I figured that most of that would have been gone by now, but no case here. But 5 days, this is what we're looking at for snowfall in the next 5 days. In Iowa, parts of southeast Nebraska and northern parts of Kansas look to get the most of this snow. Matt, heads up, buddy. It looks like you're going to be in that swath that could get, check this out, 16 inches of snow in your area in the next 5 days. Not what you was expecting, I know. So we do have a storm to talk about that could be affecting the majority of us. And we'll start it off here. Lots of rain in the south, by the way, as well. This is storm number 1. Happened over the weekend. It's going to be too warm on the East Coast. This will all be rain. So that might get rid of the remainder of the snow, maybe. And then we got a pretty decent storm system out here in Nevada, Utah, Colorado, parts of Wyoming, Northern California. That starts to take shape and starts making its way across the United States by Sunday, December 15th. That massive storm that started out as rain will end in snow showers here in the Northeast, by the way. So once it gets past into Sunday, colder air behind this system, looks like lake effect snow will be mostly the culprit on December 15th. But we also have a snowstorm developing across the Four Corners states, moving through Nebraska, Kansas, and then we start to see a more significant development on the 16th. Heavier snow will begin to fall in Kansas on Monday, December 16th. And this is the storm that could bring snow to Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, into the Northeast. Now, this storm is tracking a bit further north than it was earlier, and that has changed a little bit too on the snow swath. But looking at this storm by the 17th, heavy rain across the Ohio Valley and into Pittsburgh as well. Pittsburgh might actually see the most of the rain. But this storm, according to the GFS, is going to hit the Northeast, all snow and ice, and then bring more cold air behind that with some lingering lake effect snow showers. And these look to be lingering for quite some time. Buffalo, Southtowns, Syracuse, you guys definitely look like you're going to get some snow with this system that's coming up on the 17th, and then again some more lake effect, so to be continued. The Northwest is still a mess, mostly snow and rain across the far corners of the Northwest, and then we look again around December 21st, another system trying to get its act together, and this is what I was talking about last night that could bring Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania a white Christmas by December 22nd. The storm is trying to get its act together here, folks. Massive low pressure system. Thankfully, it's being pushed away from the United States. We'll also continue to monitor that one. But then December 24th, again, this model is showing that we have a behemoth that is forming in the northern plains, and unfortunately, Canada is going to get full blunt of that. So, very busy pattern, folks.
Full blunt of that?
Full blunt.
You mean brunt, right?
No, blunt. We're going to need one after this storm.
Jesus.
So, again, folks, lots of storms coming through. Still pinpointing the forecast. And what's really interesting, too, is there are a lot of people who are having a hard time pinning these down. These storm tracks continue to move north and south every day. So, we'll just keep our eyes out. But the next system that we should be watching is the December 16th storm that's going to be reaching across the Midwest and heading into the northeast as well. So lots of snow to talk about. We will continue to keep you guys update. But that's going to do it for us today on the Grand Solar Minimum channel. We'll be back tomorrow morning with another live update, and then Friday night with a live show as well. Guys, have a great day, and we will talk soon.
Do you like this show? Give us a thumbs up. Want to support us more? Share to your favorite social media platform. Buy a t-shirt or become a Patreon. All links are in the description below.